What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if it's your first time. The channel name is Desire is Fire, and on today's good piece of news that I want to bring to you from goodnewsnetwork.org, there were a couple officers that saw a young boy who was walking in the park, and he actually had really dirtied and torn up socks and a big cut on one of his toes, and so they asked him why he wasn't wearing shoes, and he said that the shoes were too small for him. So one of the cops kept the young kid company while the other ran to the store and bought him a pair of shoes, and also came back with 3 popsicles that they could all enjoy. And it's just really touching that somebody would take the time to notice something like that. I have so much respect for so many of the officers out there anyway who serve and protect and who put their lives on the line. And so many of them have been put in a bad light sometimes because of the actions of some others who have done some dishonorable things. But so many of the officers out there are out there to serve and protect. And like I said, they put their lives on the line. But even to just take the time to help out a young boy like that, it was really touching to read about. So as I always say, I recommend going to that site, goodnewsnetwork.org, and reading that story and reading all of the countless others, and it is updated daily. And on today's video, what I want to talk about is brushing back on the importance of positivity and positive thinking, a positive mindset, so that you are attracting all of these things into your life. If you're focusing on lack or on your debt or on, say, a coworker you're upset with, or maybe someone who, I guess it would still be a coworker, but maybe who doesn't work closely with you but could be frustrating you. Any of these things, if you're thinking about anything negative, you at the same time cannot be thinking of anything positive. You cannot attract positive things into your life while you are focusing on negativity. So no matter what it is, get it out of your system. And I don't mean get it out like get it over with, just drop it and just change the subject, change your thoughts immediately to something positive. There can always be something positive to think about in anybody and in anything. So if you're frustrated with somebody, find the good that you can be happy or grateful about with them and with your job, or like I said, whatever the situation is, because we all run into frustrating moments, but it's how you deal with it and how you change it. The more time you spend dwelling on something, if you're dwelling in something that's bad, you're just holding up your progress. So change your mindset right then and there to something positive. Like I said, something to be grateful for, or think of how you want things to go. Even if they're not that way just yet, think of how you want them to go. If it doesn't even have to deal with a person, negativity doesn't always have to deal with, say, hate or whatever your definition of negativity might be. It can be just doubt or focusing on, lack. If you're just stressing out how you're going to get by until next payday, or how you're going to pay this big bill that's coming up, or whatever it is. If you're focusing on something that you're worried about or something that you don't want or don't want to deal with, then that's what you're attracting. So if you are worried about having a tough time, then it's almost undoubtedly going to happen where you are going to have a tough time with that. So think how you want it to go. How do you want it to go? How do you want the day to go today and tomorrow and next week? How do you want your finances to play out? Don't think only what's logical to you at this moment, because a lot of people don't understand the law of attraction. And it is something that can constantly be teaching you or constantly be reminding you that you need to change something if something isn't working for you. So, like I said, don't think of what's logical to you. If you're thinking, okay, well, I really want to pay my bills, but I don't know how because this, or I'm really scared because of this, and well, how can I get that kind of money? You need to back up and just think, how do you want it to go? Like I said, plan your day out, plan the next day out, plan the next week, however you want it to play in your mind. Even if it doesn't make sense to you just yet. I've talked a lot about make-believing. If you don't believe just yet, do that if you have to. But you have to think outside of the box, okay? What you are thinking of is what you attract. That is what the law of attraction is about. That's what one of the main points of this whole channel is about. So, logic aside, what you've been taught or conditioned to believe, and that it's only that way, how do you want it to go? So just keep that in your mind, drill it, and drill it some more, and get to the point where as soon as you have any type of negative thought, whether, like I said, if it's anger or thoughts of lack or inadequacy or whatever it is, you'll start recognizing that and turning it around. So just really drill that habit in, drill those thoughts in where you think nothing but positive thoughts and where it becomes second nature. So do whatever you can, develop whatever habits you can to make that become natural to you. So just wanted to remind you guys about that and the importance of it. But I hope you found this video useful and informative. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and please leave any and all comments or suggestions below. Like I've always said, I always welcome them. But thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one.